Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. I hope everybody's just having an amazing day. I hope you had a great weekend. We missed you on yesterday. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy Specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? So I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you got everything done that you wanted to do. I want to say thank you to everybody that came out to the Great Escape Mini. We had a great time. I'm excited about that, and I hope everybody that came out had a great time too. It was fun. It was really fun. On here. Is it gonna work?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going over there in those parts?
Honey, we are doing okay. How you doing this morning?
Doing awesome this morning. Got all kind of energy over here. So the folks were here this weekend. And of course, Mom broke down the entire farmers market when she came. So I had nothing but fresh veggies and fruits and all that good stuff. So I went back to my country roots, fixing squash and cornbread and biscuits and everything. Right? I just went crazy. That's why I was so tired, but that's cool.
You were living it up, honey.
Girl, I gained a couple of LBs, but that's okay. I'm gonna work this thing out.
That's all that matters, honey. Enjoy it while you can.
Right, exactly. Guys, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us for the show. Also, we want to thank those of you who were able to come out on this weekend, spend your time with us. Yes, we know it was Father's Day weekend, but we also know it was the Great Escape Mini. We had a great time sharing and caring for one another. There were some great takeaways and ahas and some, like we said, transformation, guys, transformation. That's ultimately what it's about. And JoJo, I also got some feedback on your session. They were like, yes, that was on point,
Well, that's good. That's great.
Going through. So, yeah, I mean, it was just an amazing time had by all. So, guys, don't miss us. Don't miss this boat, because we're here every day with you, Monday through Friday, having these true confessions and conversations about everyday life and finances, so you can get yours right and get to your next. Why should you get it right? Why should you get it right? Guys, if you're tired of the same old, right? You're tired of saying, I don't have any money. And I don't know if you saw the post on my page, but guys, it says, you don't have a money problem. You have a knowledge and information shortage. That's what's missing, right? What are the right things that you can now do that change the trajectory for you and your family? So, guys, don't forget to share this broadcast out so we can provide hope, right? Help one person every day. We got to help other people transform to their next level. And as I always say, guys, I don't know anybody who's not ready to go to the next level in their money, right? And if you're not ready, that's fine. Let me know. I can take up your slack. I'm saying, that's all. That's all I'm saying. So let's go ahead and get started with our quote for this morning. Y'all, I am on 10,000. So if I get to going too much, you let me know. Say, hey, Flo, rein it on in, Lynn.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got to be off by 7. I got to be at work all this week by 8:30. So 7:45 is our limit.
All right, you better give me that timeout signal, like on the field. All right, guys. So our quote for this morning is from Jim Runyon, and it is: motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. So what are those habits that you are now forming that you are going to be able to continue to progress, right? Consistency is key on this journey. So what I want to talk with you this morning, I shared is that there are things that you should avoid when you're investing, right? We always talk about what are the things you should be doing? What are the things you should be doing? What should you be doing? Yes, and that's very important. But there are also some things that you should not be doing. Can I get an amen? Right? There are some things that you should not be doing when it comes to investing. First and foremost, the number one thing that you should not be doing is listening to those bad influences. And you say, well, Lynn, who are the bad influences? You know how it goes when you get together for the family reunion, you get together at all of those gatherings. You know your Uncle Joe who come in there, he say, girl, I got the best stock tip for you, right? And he'll tell you every time he hit those 2 stocks in one, but he won't tell you about the 300 that he missed, that he lost on, right? Always telling you about those 2 and never about the failures. See, that's what's important to catch, guys. Yeah, you do win, but sometimes you lose. And what you have to understand is this is not a one-trick pony. Right? This is not a one-trick pony over here. You got to understand that there are certain things that you have to do. There's a system, there is a process to this investing thing, right? And what I'm helping you to do is to build a foundation, because there are steps you got to take to matriculate to the next level. And until you master those steps one at a time, then you don't truly grasp the concept of what it is you need to do to invest. See, you speculate. And you know what speculating is? It's called gambling, right? It's like going out to the racetrack and betting on the horse because he has the pretty name, or the name, oh, that name sounds like he can go fast, right? That's what it's the equivalent of. So don't just simply focus on those little tips and tricks that you hear at your gatherings, at the dinner parties, at the birthday parties, at the whatever gathering you get together. I don't know if anybody talking about stocks in the club, but if they are, be leery of that conversation. That's all I'm going to say about that. The next thing, guys, to definitely avoid are, a lot of times we allow the media to influence us. And the reason the media is able to influence is because they know what sells. They know how to attach to your emotions. They know how to get you hyped up, and they know how to bring in the money for them, right? Because the more that they can influence people to watch their channel, the more they get people to buy in to what it is that they're doing. So that's how they get paid. So the media can influence a lot of things. So be leery of those things that they're pushing in that moment, right? So why do I say that? Because the media is quick to say, it's always like, what is it? The little red hen, the sky is falling, right? We go to that space. We go to that place where we elicit that response or that type of reaction from the media, and the media knows that sells. So when they're talking about, oh my gosh, the stocks are, the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ, all of those things are dropping. What should you be doing? Are investors getting scared? So they hype up the story, right? They hype up the story around investing to elicit a different response from you. Do you not know that that's the name of the game? That's how they transfer the wealth from one sector to the next. That's how the middle class gets duped. That's when you are bamboozled. Let's be real for a second. That's when you are bamboozled. That's when the media comes in. When you listen to CNN and BC, right? Good morning, Carl. Thank you for joining. So guys, there's so many different opportunities out there, but don't let the media influence your behavior. Why? Because you need to research what it is that you're doing, right? And another thing, guys, that you have to avoid is don't only look at the past performance of these stocks. So what do I mean? You remember, I don't know if you guys did this. I know I did, so let me share. I'm going to be 100% transparent in this moment as well. So back in the day, the number one thing that I would do, you know, Money Magazine. I don't know if you guys read Money Magazine. I still read it today. Now, don't say no, don't do that. Money Magazine always releases at the end of the year what are the top stocks for that year, or what are the top stocks that you need to be investing in the new year. And they give you a list. And that list is created based upon past performance, right? How well that stock did in that year. And what a lot of investors tend to do is they go and actually look at that list and then go and jump in those funds. And then inevitably, what would happen? I go jump into some of those funds or some of those recommendations that were in that Money Magazine, and then doggone it, I wouldn't make any money. Like, I was like, what's going on? They said these were the ones to go with, right? They said that these were the top ones. See, guys, that's a mistake that we definitely need to avoid. You cannot solely look at past performance. Why? Because something is not always going to do well. It's not always going to do the same thing that it did last year. All right? Case in point. And I know this is somewhat unrelated, but it's also related. So you got to look at the event. Sugar Smacks. I don't eat Sugar Smacks. I think they are the most disgusting cereal in the world. But they have a recall on them right now. How do you have a recall on Sugar Smacks? Y'all, it has salmonella.
I used to love Sugar Smacks as a kid. Because you eat them and they stick to your finger, so you could just get a good hand full of them and just eat them off your hand. My daddy would tear me up.
Yeah, disgusting. I don't get it. I cannot relate. I think those are the most gross cereal ever. But they recently had salmonella inside of the Sugar Smacks, and they told you to take them back to the store, right? There's always something that's happening out there in the news that's going to change the value. See, that could eventually impact Kellogg's, right? If you're investing in that stock, maybe they did well the year before, but this year right now it's not going to do so well. Why? Because they had that event. Same thing happened with Chipotle. Chipotle was doing well. Chipotle, you know I love Chipotle. And then they had their salmonella scare and their stock dropped significantly. But what we got to pay attention to is understanding whether or not that company is going to be around for the long haul. And when those things do happen, those are the opportunities for us, right? That's when you have your buying opportunity. That's when you recognize, okay, now I have an opportunity. This stock is on sale where I can actually buy it and make money. So don't simply go by the list. Don't go out there and get that Money Magazine, Kiplinger, and Forbes, and think that best list of recommendations that they've put out there are going to produce the same results in the next year. It's not going to happen. That's not the only thing you look at. Let me say that. Not saying that it can't happen, but I am saying that you need to be leery of those things. Why? Because you have to recognize, guys, that oftentimes it's a lack of discipline that causes either our fear or our greed. You say, Lynn, what do you mean by that? We have a lack of discipline, guys, because some of us want to be day traders, but we don't even know what it's called. You'll go in there and buy stock, right? Go in and buy stock. And I can say that I was guilty on this point on one of mine. Let me tell you this. What did I do with Amazon? I bought Amazon when it was down. And you all know Amazon is up around $1,700 roughly per share right now. You can go in and look at the numbers. I bought Amazon when it was down around $1,300 a share. And I saw Amazon going up. But what I did was I made the mistake of jumping out too soon. See, I left money on the table. Yeah, I made a gain, but I jumped out too soon. And why did I jump out too soon? Because I let fear creep in on me just a little bit, right? I let it creep in on me just a little bit when I know that I shouldn't have been doing that. And I come on here every day and I tell you guys not to do that. See, I'm being 100% transparent in this moment. Sometimes it does creep up on you, but you got to recognize how did I get back on track? I had to recognize what my goal was. What is my end goal? So in looking at this, guys, those are just some of the mishaps, the mistakes, the things that, we do, because those are the common steps that people have told us will work for us in investing. So we have to pay attention now to those things and make sure that we're not making those common investing mistakes, right? Don't make those common investing mistakes. And the last thing, guys, that we should not be doing is trying to time the market. See, that's what I did with that Amazon. I tried to time the market. And I know that is not the way to protect your investment portfolio. That is not the way. So make sure that you're learning from these mistakes and not replicating them, right? Do your R&D, do your research and development, rob and duplicate, whatever you want to call it, but make sure you're not making the same mistakes that I'm making as you progress on this journey, guys. So in looking at that, so how do you say, Lynn, well, how do I learn how to do this? I'm glad you asked. No, I'm so glad you asked that. The number way to learn how to do this, guys, is through the Investing Blueprint. And the Investing Blueprint is basically a system that I've created that helps you to walk through this process. So if you are a novice in this investing realm, you want to get the information that you need to get to your next in your investing, go ahead, go over there, take a look, bit.ly/investing blueprint. That is where you get the information that you need so that you can invest with confidence. It walks you through the process to get to your next. You don't have to make these same mistakes, guys. You don't have to wait on Uncle Leroy to try to give you some investing tips so you can go out there and jump in the market. You can make the decisions for yourself as long as you understand the companies that you're investing in, knowing that they're going to be around for the long haul, and make the correct analysis of those. See, those are the most important things, but you need the steps to be able to do those. And I've crafted a system. It's called UCLA. It's UCLA, y'all. You got to understand, know the competitive advantage, think about the leadership, know what they're doing, and then, of course, completing that analysis. So if you need the steps to go through this process, go to bit.ly/investing blueprint to get the information that you need. We'll continue to give you tidbits and information here at the Fearless Morning Show. But guys, these are the things you need. This is how we're motivating you to get started. But to develop the habit to keep going, you need a blueprint. You need the blueprint to develop the habit to keep going. You develop the habit, it becomes second nature. You do it without thinking about it because you've now mastered, right, that process. And that's what it's about, guys. It's about mastery of the process. And so few people do that. They fail to master the process. They fail to master the basics to get a solid foundation. And a house built without a solid foundation shall not stand, right? So if you're tired of being in that same situation that you're in, guys, you're tired of hiding from your greatness, if you're tired of not being able to build generational wealth, and you're ready to get the investing information that you need to invest with confidence, then go to bit.ly/investing blueprint. Guys, don't forget to share this video out because this is tremendous information that can be shared throughout our communities. I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yes, I said it, America's #1. And I'm passing this off to my co-host, Miss JoJo, the only live past crazy specialist. And what better place to be than here with her?
All right. All right, guys. I'm sorry, my eyes are giving me trouble this morning. Thank you to everybody. I said this earlier. Thank you for everybody that participated on Saturday. We had a great time. And so today is Take Action Tuesday. And the Fearless thought for today is, I want you to make up your mind. You have got to make up your mind. There's no way around it. You cannot be wishy-washy about what you want to do, how you want to do it, how you want to achieve it. So here's and this is a very simple, easy confession for today. But I had my hair, I had it all curly on Saturday, and I was tired. And Saturday, I wanted to wash. I was like, oh no, I don't want to wash it. So I twisted it. Sunday, my hair was still in my twist. I was like, I don't like it. I want to take it down, but I didn't have time. So I came home yesterday and I washed it. And I was like, okay, well, half of my hair was straight and half of it was in twist. And I had no idea what I want to do. And I was like, well, JoJo, you have got to make up your mind. Well, I went to bed and I woke up this morning with my hair straight and twisted. And it came to me, how often do we wait to the last minute to make up our minds about what we're going to do about our life? To the point where it's crunch time and you don't have a choice and you got to decide, is your hair going to be straight, it's going to be curly, is your hair going to be crazy, or you're going to live past crazy? Which one are you going to do? But if you're at crunch time right now and you got to make a decision, what are you going to do? You got to make up your mind. This is what I know. This is what I know without a shadow of a doubt. You can't keep coming to the morning show. Now, I love you. You can come here every single morning. You can listen. That's a wonderful thing. You can share the video. I love you even more. Good morning, Kimberly. But you have got to make up your mind, dog. You can't keep coming here and getting information and not acting on it. You can't keep coming here and continue to live in crazy in your life and your finances. You have got to make up your mind. You got to do something. You got to walk out. As you know, old folk used to say, stay in this house or stay outside. 1 to 2. Can't do both. Remember that? You used to go play. Don't be running out this house. Yes. Stay outside and come in. I sound just like Sophronia Sanders right then. But you got to make up your mind. You have got to decide what it is that you want to do. When you make up your mind, I promise you, your thoughts will start to change. But and that's that's how crazy happens, because you can't make up your mind about what you want to do. You wake up and I don't know. And I talked about saying, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm going to eat. You don't know nothing all day long. So your brain isn't working at all for you, period. And what you find is you wasted because you don't know, you sat down and you started watching TV. Yep. And then you probably started chit-chatting with somebody on the phone. Before you know it, your I don't know has wasted your entire day. And you haven't made up your mind about one single solitary thing. And you say, well, I'll do it tomorrow. I know what I'm going to do tomorrow. And you still don't accomplish what you think you're going to do tomorrow. You have got to make up your mind. It's Take Action Tuesday. You got to make up your mind what you're going to do, where you're going to go, what you're going to do with it, and how you're going to get there. Because if you don't, your circle of crazy will continue. If it's your money and you don't know what you're going to do with it, and you ain't made up your mind, if there's something you need to be done, your situation is going to stay the same. Here's the big one with relationships, ladies, and for the fellas on here too. You with this girl or you with this guy, and you don't know, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. You like them, maybe. You love them, maybe. But some days they get on your nerve, and you don't know what you're going to do about the situation. But you stay there because you can't make up your mind. 10 years later, you finally make up your mind. Why did it take you 10 years? Because the pain of challenge will keep you in the same place. You are scared because you think there's going to be pain associated with your change. And so therefore you do nothing. You say, I don't know. You don't make up your mind, and you repeat the cycle. I don't know. Don't make up your mind. Repeat the cycle. And you got to stop that. Yep. When you get tired of them maybes, cousin, call. And you got to leave them alone, because them maybes will drive you insane. Because if it was so, it would have been. That's the bottom line. If it was so, it would have been. Meaning if that was supposed to have happened, it would have been so. The good Lord would have seen to it. Period. If it's not, then keep it pushing. And here's the thing, especially when we come out of crazy, a lot of times I used to lose myself in what ifs. I shoulda, coulda, woulda, what if I'd done this? And I would lose myself in that. And that's not fair to me. And that's not fair to anybody else because you're wasting time. If you get caught up in that, before you know it, you look up, you done lost the whole year to what ifs. Maybe, shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And then what? Now what do? Now you backpedaling, trying to figure out what it is you want to do. And then please understand, there's nothing wrong with that. We backpedal all day long, period. So what are we going to do about it? And it doesn't matter your age. Here's the thing. Once you make up your mind, I don't care your age. Once you make up your mind and you decide that this is what you're going to do, please go about handling your business. You will be freer. Your mind will be clearer and you will be ready to go. It will be that simple. A made up mind is very clear. I'm not this, and y'all know when I get upset, this is what I'm not fixing to do because I'm from Far City. My daddy named Gerald Waddell. I'm not fixing to do this. That's what I'm not fixing to do. And when you make up your mind to break your English down, to know that this is the line in the sand, we're not going back here, we going this way, I promise you things will start to open up. But on Take Action Tuesday, you got to make up your mind. What are you going to make up your mind about today? You can't stay where you are. You can't keep coming here and listening and not doing something. Sandra, right. I know that feeling. I've seen you at work and I understand. Your product is still the best at the end of the day. But we've got to, I'm a last minute decision person myself. But when I make up my mind, it ain't no deterring it. Ain't no going back. It is what it is. And I don't really care who got a problem with it because this is what's fixing to happen on this here day. Because this is what we about to do this here day. And that you have to be so convinced and so committed to it that that's what you know with your whole heart without a shadow of doubt. Now, you may not know the rest of it. You may not know how you're going to get there. You may not know how you're going to pay for it. You may not know the answers. Right. But as long as you know what you're not fixing to do, that's how the rest of it will come into place. And that's where my quote comes in. Don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. I promise if you focus on what you can do, my friend, everything else is going to fall into place. And that's right, Cousin Carl. Don't give it priority. When you focus your mind on what you fixing to do, because when we focused on fixing to go chase a man or fixing to go chase a woman or fixing to go out to the club, how clear is that? Let me tell you how I can break it down where time I'm going to be, what I'm going to wear, what I'm smell like, what I'm look like, what I'm say, what he going to say, what the conversation going to flow like. Y'all know y'all done broke it down like that before. Please understand. You got your mindset about that. So why not get your mindset on living past crazy? So today on Take Action Tuesday, guys, with 1 minute to spare, make up your mind, okay? Please make up your mind. Come back and share it with me tomorrow. What did you make up your mind about? I don't care. I'll never forget the first time I went to speak to a young group of girls, and I said, just do one thing every day. Write it down. One thing that you're going to do differently today than you did yesterday. I don't care how big. I don't care how small. One thing. And a little girl, she saw me somewhere in a grocery store later on, and I didn't even remember. She was like, Miss Joe, you told me do one thing. And her one thing was she stopped cussing so much. She was like, I cut out one cuss word a day. I said, baby, you got to start somewhere, honey. I'm so proud of you. She done moved up 2-3 cuss words. And I haven't seen that girl in years, but I'm sure she's probably cuss free by now. It's baby steps. Once you make up your mind, that's all that matters. So today on Take Action Tuesday, I want you guys to make up your mind. What are you going to be made up to do today? Then, well, good. Did you kicked her to the curb, Cousin Carl? As long as you make up your mind, dog. That's all I'm saying. Be free. Be free. Be peaceful. Y'all know I tell my kids that every day. Be peaceful, honey. And if that brought you peace, A to the man. That's all that matters. So, guys, make up your mind. Encourage somebody else to make up their mind today. Now that you know, you are charged with sharing with somebody else. All right, guys, that is it for the Fearless Morning Show. But before I go, now make sure y'all share the video, of course. Make sure that you are Okay, cousin Carl. Make sure that you guys are sharing the video, and make sure that you are on with us every morning. And if you know somebody needs to hear this information, please share it. And of course, I'm trying to get my Facebook, my little thing to work, but it ain't wanting to do. If they do not have Facebook, here is our YouTube channel so they can binge watch all of our videos over there, and they can pick their own topic because I label the shows for you so you can pick the topic that you want them to hear. Because sometimes you want people to hear it and you know they're not going to get it from you. So they need to hear it from somebody else. You can go right on over there and pick you a topic and share it and see if it speaks to their soul. So guys, I hope you have an amazing Tuesday. Don't forget, have a made up mind today. Period. Once you make it up, stick with it. All right, Lynn, anything else you want to say before we close out?
Just want to remind you guys of the quote from this morning from Jim Runyon. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. So get it done, folks. What's his name? He said, get her done.
Get her done. I forgot what movie that is, but it's a crazy movie. Get her done. So you guys, it's Take Action Tuesday. So you got to get it done. All right, guys, my name is Amitra JoJo Water, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. And this is Miss Lynn Demons,
the America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yes, I said it. America's #1. Yeah, I forgot my Charlie's Angel pose. Yes,
yes,
guys, don't forget, go back and watch this if you missed the beginning. And we'll see you tomorrow morning, 7:15 a.m.
Bright and early. All right, guys, have a great day. Have a made up mind today. I will see you here bright and early in the morning. Have a good one.
Signing off.